When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Life is too short for long-term grudges. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. If you're trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. If something's important enough, you should try. Even if the probable outcome is failure. I think there should be regulations on social media to the degree that it negatively affects the public good. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop, where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. I would like to die on Mars, just not on impact. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. I think it matters whether someone has a good heart. People work better when they know what the goal is and why. It is important that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoy working. People should pursue what they're passionate about. That will make them happier than pretty much anything else. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. I usually describe myself as an engineer. That's basically what I've been doing since I was a kid. We're running the most dangerous experiment in history right now, which is to see how much carbon dioxide the atmosphere can't handle before there is an environmental catastrophe. To make an embarrassing admission, I like video games. That's what got me into software engineering when I was a kid. I wanted to make money so I could buy a better computer to play better video games. Nothing like saving the world. Great companies are built on great products. When I was in college, I wanted to be involved in things that would change the world. I always invest my own money in the companies that I create. I don't believe in the whole thing of just using other people's money. I don't think that's right. I'm not going to ask other people to invest in something if I'm not prepared to do so myself. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. Self-driving cars are the natural extension of active safety and obviously something we should do. I think you should always bear in mind that entropy is not on your side. Rockets are cool. There's no getting around that. I really do encourage other manufacturers to bring electric cars to market. It's a good thing, and they need to bring it to market and keep iterating and improving and make better and better electric cars, and that's what's going to result in humanity achieving a sustainable transport future. I wish it was growing faster than it is. Brand is just a perception, and perception will match reality over time. Sometimes it will be ahead, other times it will be behind. But brand is simply a collective impression some have about a product. I think we have a duty to maintain the light of consciousness to make sure it continues into the future. If we drive down the cost of transportation in space, we can do great things. Tesla is here to stay and keep fighting for the electric car revolution. Any product that needs a manual to work is broken. Really, the only thing that makes sense is to strive for greater collective enlightenment. There have to be reasons that you get up in the morning and you want to live. Why do you want to live? What's the point? What inspires you? What do you love about the future? If the future does not include being out there among the stars and being a multi-planet species, I find that incredibly depressing. We can have, like, willy-nilly proliferation of fake news. That's crazy. You can't have more types of fake news than real news. That's allowing public deception to go unchecked. That's crazy. Starting a business is not for everyone. Starting a business, I'd say, number one is have a high pain threshold. If you go back a few hundred years, what we take for granted today would seem like magic. Being able to talk to people over long distances, to transmit images, flying, accessing vast amounts of data like an oracle. These are all things that would have been considered magic a few hundred years ago. I will never be happy without having someone. In order to have your voice be heard in Washington, you have to make some little contribution.